This is the truth, and I'm going to be thinking with you right now. Think with me. You don't really need language. You don't need language to be loving. When it comes right down to it, I mean, to the wire, and it is. I mean, it's always to the wire, babes. We can't afford anything else more or less than to be loving here, especially nowadays. Have you noticed that? Okay, so yeah, we don't need any language to be loving at all. Love is beyond the barrier of languages, words. So I say this because I notice that the narcissist. Well, I was just reflecting on an abusive relationship that I now know that it's at a level of abuse where the one who being abused doesn't know they are codependent. The other one is a narcissist who knows, they're so insecure that they have to keep everything, and check it at so many different levels of OCD. It's amazing. Um, but we have the other who is being abused. First of all, there's all kinds of dynamics. I just noticed that. Okay, so but the way we communicate, like sometimes we start making a barrier. Well, that's not love. Like you through communications, like styles. Like well, like I noticed, and this happens in a lot of households. I've noticed. Okay, I'm just me here. If you've noticed, I hope that you have you just you there too. I'm interested. Comment on your own section down below. Anyway, I'm talking about how I noticed. I'm 50 years old. I always say that, babe. I'm only 48. God, I'm just you. I'm 50. Um, Hoping to get there. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're talking about what I've observed. And I am just me. I said it again. Shite! Can I get on with it? Minute 2:15. Men and women under their own roofs. We're going to conduct a relationship in front of our children. Maybe. Yes, there's children there. I'm looking at this. Men think that they have a different communications. That we're going to go communicate over here. We're going to do and a whole different lifestyle. I get the whole different actions and stuff, but the communications, like we have stuff to talk about. Yeah, we're gonna talk about girly stuff too. I don't really relate to any of that really. The talk stuff, like the saying that we just, you guys got something to do over there. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. It's just the barrier of communications that is reinforced somehow how by what being men and women. I don't go there because that's not real men and women. I'd say personally, I say both men and women are capable, and they're not even present to reality until they accept that there's a reality that goes beyond all words and symbols, and maybe that's your real medium with which you are constituting your beings, like who you really are. You can't just say blah, 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 and then we're going to go over here and blah, 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 blah. What's really going on is that you don't get along. You're not going to be working together anytime soon if you don't have any real communications. So when I noticed, like the communication staggering out like that, and now somebody's going to become alcoholic. Hi, sweetie, my dog. I love you. Mm-hmm. I have some moments with her. She's very old, and we're really getting together. Anyway, God, can I finish this? Um, uh, so in this other situation, I mean, there's many different situations like this. The most recent I've noticed is that there's the abuser. Nobody knows that they're being abused because, of course, covert narcissism is like, well, they're really, really nice. They are conducting a cakewalk or something, and you can't go wrong. I mean, they nurture. They're there holding the house together like a museum. Uh-oh. But so there's abuse happening from that person to the other person. They don't talk at all. This is what I noticed is like, I was wondering, is this person a mute? Because I was under the impression that they were interested in me, and then they kind of they're the breadwinner. How about that? See, these many dynamics can happen. Like I was observing this one couple who Um, um, she, she has this dynamic of absolutely, she's so independent. She got a job when she got pregnant at an early age, and she just said, boom, she got a job at a government job that kept her for 16 years to raise her kid up enough, right? For that 16 years, she was the breadwinner of the house and putting up with the narcissistic abuse there, never ever recognizing that she's the boss. She's the one paying for all that. It just wound up that she had an extra child there, which was this narcissist who was. It makes me sick to think about it. I don't want to. The narcissist thing has gotten close enough to me, babe, where it makes me. They don't realize that they can. They're making you sick. You can go get sick because you're a human, and you keep going into them, and you notice that there's a human quality missing, and it just it wrenches your entire system. I mean, you can think about, oh, there's something missing, but you feel it. You're like, ah, that's the problem us empaths have. I'm a super sensitive, and I happen to be, I say educated, but I didn't go to school or anything. What I mean is, well, I bothered to get on the side of let's read about the heart's innate wisdom instead of what your mind is trying to hold. There's a whole philosophy of the mind out there that says, man, I am talk about the world. Let's talk about the world. Just move aside for the fucking world, man. Move aside for the word. Move aside for the word. Words go. Um anyway, I hope this ties in a little bit to what I was first saying. Um because no, it doesn't take words to fashion reality and also to love each other. You're deciding to put a barrier there if you start opening your mouth, most likely. Think about that. When did that begin? Minute? What second? Just clip that and keep running it over. And also, so I was trying to think about this with us. Well, it's not, I already know. But I'm just exposing, look out for that. If you're first of all, see if you know how to communicate. If you communicate with yourself openly, never mind. I'm just thinking, I'm looking at like most people. They're like, God, you live in a fantasy world, Shauna. You just don't know how life really is. And it's like, no, actually, I'm not. I'm sick and tired of you people trying to keep a fantasy world together. And you don't know how to live. You're not even loving your neighbors in front of your own children, but you're loving your children as if it was love, but it's really attachment development. And that's not merit, according to my God. My God doesn't give you merit if you're just loving your family. No, you love other strangers and even your enemy in front of your children, and that has merit to God. Good luck, you people that are also performing emotional incest on your children because you really don't know what love is, and your narcissists are having children. I'm going to find another video on this. Just because you think it's the only alternative in your fucking brilliant minds that, well, I will never be alone and this person will be indebted to me and be here for me the rest of your life. There's news for you.